Good morning everyone, Jeri Bellini here for my Arts and Parts on this very gloomy, rainy Wednesday. So I thought, my husband went out for the day and I thought while the house is nice and quiet, I would make a video. I posted these flowers on social media a couple of days ago and I got a really interesting response. Everybody said, make a video. So I'm making a video. They're so fun. I use them in the garden if, you know, you don't feel like watering things, or I have window boxes outside my house. I have a Victorian. So the window boxes are kind of in a weird spot. So I've made these and I stick them in the window box. They're cute. I think they're whimsical and I love freakish things. And that's why I love these flowers. They make me so happy. And they're so easy to make. And they're cheap, cheap, cheap. All you need is some soda cans. So I'm going to put these, I just wanted to show you a couple, because I have a lot of them, my flowers. So you're going to need a towel. You're going to need an X-Acto knife, a scissor that you can use on metal. The cans, we're going to cut the cans. You need one of these things. What is it, an embossing tool. And if you don't have an embossing tool, you can use a pen point. Let's see what else you need. Obviously you need soda cans. You can use any size soda cans. We don't drink soda anymore in our house, so I had to go steal these from my mother-in-law. So this is a regular like size soda can. This is a tiny one. They have the really big ones too. So hook up with someone that likes soda. Get some cans, or you can go dumpster diving. I've done that in recycle bins. Okay, so here we got 2 cans. I'm going to start with this one. Now you have to be really careful when you're cutting these. The metal is really sharp, and that's why I have the towel. I put the can down on the towel. And let me just stop there for a second. I did a video. I made soda can flowers. Gosh, I hope we can see this today because it is so dark and I have the most lights I can have on in this house. So I did this video, and you can go back and look, and maybe I'll just link it to this video. And this is soda cans also, but these are flat. So I did show how to cut the can in that video too, but I'm going to repeat it so you don't have to go back and watch that. Now, obviously there's the top and the bottom. We want to keep this intact, so we do not want to cut this piece off. We just want to cut off the top. And there is, right there where the fold is, I can see this is going to be dark, right there where the fold is, the metal is really thick, just for a little bit. So I go down probably 1/4 of an inch, just poke a hole in it with your X-Acto knife. And then hold on with your non-dominant hand and start to spin it around, and just keep your hand, like hold on to it so it doesn't crush. It's really quite easy to do this. I can go quite fast, but I'm going to go slow so that you can see clearly what I'm doing. But after you do a couple of these, you can just really, you can have at it. So I go almost all the way around. See what happened? It just started to crush in. If I tried to go all the way around, that's where I started, that's where I'm ending, it would be a problem. So that's when I just pick up my scissor and cut it off. Really easy, all right? Okay, so once you get, now I forgot to tell you, make sure you wash these out because they'll be terribly sticky if you don't. So once, you know, you have the can cut, now it's just a matter of what style flower you want. So just for a moment, I'm just going to move this towel because I really don't need this anymore. You only use that when you're cutting your cans. I'm going to just show you a couple of different styles of flowers, what you can do. So then this one, I'm going to show you that side, okay? I use my scissor. Let me show you. I'm just going to keep showing you different styles. Here's an interesting one. I used those fancy edge scissors. You see that? And I just cut with that. The metal isn't that thick. This one, just cutting, simple. I don't think I showed you this one. Okay. There's some more. I've got millions of them. This is the one I showed you in the beginning. I just cut slits straight down. Here's another one I cut. Now there's no pieces taken out of this. This is just cutting, and we're going to do one on camera in a minute. We're going to do one. But I have a metal crimper, so I actually crimped these and made them have ridges in them. Let's see. You can hear all that. See, there's another one. I left it long, and I just put little on the edge. I used one of those fancy scissors. So I think you got the gist of that. All right. So let's just cut one of these. Let's just cut the can that we just cut online on camera, and I'm using my nice scissor, and we'll just make a simple one. And I'm just going to cut straight down, and I'm cutting. Your scissor can almost feel that hard piece right there in the bend that I told you about. So cut down to that. All right, we're just going to make a straight one. I don't measure anything. I think I've said that in a couple of my videos. So I'm an eyeballer. You want to measure it, you go right ahead. But I'm just going to cut around. And when I start to get closer to the beginning, I'll stop and look. I'll show you in a second. I'll stop and look and see how much I have left, and then just kind of divide it. So there we have it. I think I'm just going to do 2. Flowers in nature are not perfect, so my flowers aren't going to be perfect either. So there you have it. I just cut them. Now I'm going to push them back. I am so sorry about the glare. I just don't know what to do. This is such a cloudy day. I must make this video today, though, because hubby is out and house is quiet. All right. Now, what I'm doing, this didn't get folded down far enough, so I'm pushing my finger and pulling down to get it down the same level as the rest of them. That's it, guys. See how simple that is? All right, now you can be fancy and take your, be careful, don't poke yourself like I just did, and take your scissor, and you can either make a point. All right. Those are kind of dangerous, but I like the point. Looks like a daffodil, so you can make a point. You know what? Let's just do this one a couple different ways. Let's just, to show you. So we can make a wavy line. Let's see. It's got a little thing at the end. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Let's do, because I have another flower over here that has. So this will be my sample flower. So if you cut thin strips, you'll have a whole different look. See? All right, I think you get the idea, guys. Just cut them, just have fun. So I'm going to stop there with the cutting. Now, the next thing I want to show you is you can do a little embossing on them. They look. Flip it over and just do that. Now, if you do not have an embossing tool like this, you can use the end of a pen. Just don't put the pen out, because then you'll have ink on it. And just do that. Anything that's got some kind of a sharpish point. It's going to do the same thing. See? Did the same thing. So there you have it. All right, I'm back, everybody. I just wanted to show you the next step is painting. We're going to paint our aluminum, and there's several ways you can do it. I have some acrylic paint right here. I just put a little blob of it over here, and if that's all you have, you can definitely paint your flowers with that. It is a little time consuming, but the paint does adhere well to the aluminum. The next thing that you can do is, and this is what I do. I take this outside and I spray my flowers. All right, and the reason I'm showing you 2 cans is this is Rust-Oleum, and this one, it also bonds to plastic, it bonds to anything. This one is a gloss, if you like shiny, and this one is a satin. You can use either one. The third option is alcohol inks. And if you don't like the color, when you're finished, just put another blip on there. See how gorgeous? I love alcohol inks. I hope you can see how gorgeous that is. All right, we're back, and we've painted our flowers. This one is painted with alcohol inks, and you can see that mottled look. And this one is painted with acrylic paint, and I went back on and dabbed over it. All right, now if you want to just do a simple 1-layered flower, which is this one, after you paint it, you would just merely take your bottom, and it actually fits right in there. And you have to push it in a little bit, which is good because that means you don't have to glue it. It's not going to pop out. Just push it in, which I'm not going to do to this one because this one's not painted. Just push it in and you're good to go. Supposing you're having a problem getting your center to get pushed in there. This is what the problem is. Sometimes the edge on this is a little too long. So take your scissor and just go around and trim off. Don't do a lot, just trim off a little. You can always trim off more if it doesn't fit. Trim it off like that. And then try it again in your center. And see, that one fits. Oh, it just needs a tiny bit more off right here. And be careful with the sharp edges. That one fits nice. All right, now I'm going to make the hole before well, too late. It's already pushed in. So I'm going to make the hole from the back. And I use my X-Acto knife, or you can use a nail, to start the hole, and then I use this end to make the hole bigger. Okay, so now I got a nice big hole. All right, we're going to use a dowel instead of a wire because I know this will be easier for you guys to get, and so we'll give this a try. So I took a piece of wire. This is, oh, I don't know, 18 gauge maybe, and I'm going to wrap it around my dowel. And when I'm done with this, I'm going to put some glue on here to keep this wire from sliding up and down the stick. Okay. So let's pretend there's some glue on there. Now I've got 2 pieces of wire. And I'm going from the back through the hole with the flower, of the flower. See that? Okay. And I'm going to lay it down because it'll be easier to work on. And I am going to add some beads in the center here. And I have a couple of beads off to the side. That I'm just going to add for fun. And before I get going on here, you don't have to be a jewelry maker to do this. You can make any kind of a design. Really, what you're trying to do at this point is keep these beads from sliding off this wire. And so you just want to push the beads down and then make something, some kind of a loop on the top of this. And I'm just going to use my finger. Okay, I'm holding a loop. See the loop? I hope you see the loop, because I can't see a thing. I'm going to hold the loop, and I'm going to wrap this wire around right on top of the bead. See what I did? You see that? Okay. And I'm not going to cut that wire off just yet. So now I'm going to use 2 more beads on the second wire. And you can have 3 wires coming through. You could have lots of wires coming through here. You can make a really interesting center. Let's put 3 beads on this one. Here, let's do this one. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm holding this to create a loop, and then I'm going down and wrapping this excess wire, and that's why you have to use wire that's soft, so you don't have to use tools. See what I did? Okay, I think you can see that. I hope so. All right, now I'm going to keep this extra wire. Maybe not that long. I'll cut some of it off. Oh, I got an idea. I've got so many ideas. All right, so I'm going to keep that extra wire, and you can use your fingers, or if you have jewelry tools, you can make little random curlicue things. And I just realized I picked up a silver bottom, one that wasn't painted. So see how cute that is? I think I either had too much coffee today or not enough.